Show with Jody
and Alex Misiak.
And today I'd like us to share a little bit about our morning routines and things like that. Because I've had a love-hate relationship with my mornings. Well, in general, I guess mornings, but my routine. So I constantly was hearing the morning is the best time to start things, to really ground yourself for the day. And I totally believe that, but I was having a hard time implementing it, with 2 young kids. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, well, I got to get myself up before they do. Yep. And that didn't work either. And then I also, the best thing ever that I ever heard was my naturopath reminding me that sleep is also important. Mm-hmm. So it's like if you're getting up ahead of your kids and you're not getting enough sleep, you're already, starting your day off on the wrong foot. Yep. So it's getting enough sleep. But however, over the past little while, I was able to really ground myself in a solid morning routine, which I eventually started calling the morning roundup. And it was just amazing when I finally let go of everybody else's expectations. Because even Robin Sharma, who I've followed forever, he's even written a book called the 5 a.m. Club. I was like, I got to get on this 5 a.m. club. It's that just does not work for me, because if I want at least 8 hours of sleep. I need 8 hours of sleep. Mm-hmm. My body needs 8 hours of sleep. And if I don't get that, if I need my 8 hours, then I'm going to bed with the kids. Yeah. That means I can't, we get lunches together, we clean up the house, and then you and I relax together. Mm-hmm. So that did not work for me either. So it's just remembering that we all are different and unique, and so is our self-love practice. And whatever that looks to anybody, it's not about comparing or following other ways just because they might be successful. It was successful for them. Doesn't mean it will make you successful.
Yeah, that's a really good good advice in general. Because like you said, here's this self-help guru like Robin Sharma. We like his work. You were a big follower of his work, and he's like, okay, you gotta do my 5 a.m. club. And he's not the only one that does this. A lot of people are. Not a lot of people, but they do say, hey, get up early in the morning, start your day off right, and that kind of stuff. But I've also heard similar people advertising on similar platforms, and they're like, everyone's got their own sleep cycle, sleep rhythm, and you can't force yourself out of that sleep rhythm, no matter how many people tell you that you can. Or if you must do that, it's going to cost you a lot. So it's nice that you were able to go, okay, I'll try this. And it's okay, this isn't working. And
I tried for years and years to follow into other people's things. And actually, I love when Ellen DeGeneres, I don't remember when we saw her live or if it was something else we listened to, but she sleeps from 8 to 8. She gets 12 hours. I'm like, oh, if only I could do that. And then there's Steve Harvey that's you got to seize the day. He gets only a small amount of hours or something like that.
6.
My motto used to be, I'll sleep when I'm dead. And that is a horrible thing to look at because, when you're not sleeping, you're not yourself. And we've learned this for not having a good solid night's sleep for over 2 years. That we know what it feels like not to sleep good and what it does to your body. And
that's your mind and your spirit.
Everything is connected. So, but I do want to get back more into the routine part, not just the sleeping. We all know that sleep is super important. And maybe at some point we'll do an episode of just getting a good night's sleep. Because I definitely shared that on Coffee Chat last month.
But the takeaway is, when you got to find that time to do that routine. And if somebody's saying, here, do it at this time, and that time's not working for you, you just got to find another time to do it.
It really is just remembering, and this is for any part of your self-love practice. Comes to anything, is you need to do what feels right to you. And I have said it before with even my business. I was trying to fit things into models that other people are you'll succeed, or, this is how it works. And that's not necessarily the case. You need to do what feels right to you. And it really is an amazing thing. So what I call my morning roundup now is something that I just really came up with. And it's just stuff that I really wanted to implement into my mornings. It's a little bit of it was almost like copy and paste the things that, I've kind of picked up along the way. And I was just it was really amazing and I love it. And at the same time, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm looking at different books and I have to go on YouTube to find different videos. And then that's when I created my own morning roundup.
Yeah, which are amazing.
Yeah, so it's actually, and there's one, we'll put the link to this episode and it's absolutely free. And it's a 20-minute one where it's like, it's the foundation of what I do every morning. Now, after the morning roundup that I've shared, I also, most mornings, not every morning, but a lot of the time I like to move my body for 20 minutes and then journal after. Like, so it's about an hour altogether. So you have an hour or 20 minutes of the morning roundup that I have, and then I just add in movement as well to start and journaling. So it's really just a fun way, but it really does come down to doing what feels right to you. And that's the other reason that I don't just do coaching one-on-one. I also do, it's called a personal self-love trainer, where I sit down with somebody over the phone or online and I really just figure out what they need in that moment. Mm-hmm. And then I also help them create a morning roundup. It could be 5 minutes long, it could be 20, half an hour, whatever, even an hour, what works for them. And it comes with artwork, so you have like your affirmation on your phone, like wallpaper for your computer and phone and things like that. So it's just this place of, because we all have different things, I can't just be like, this will work for you. It's about sitting down and customizing your morning roundup. Or it doesn't even have to be the morning. If you're like, no, I want to relax more into the evening. I want to spend that hour before bed taking time for me. Because that's where I used to do all my stuff. And now being a parent, I'm like, I'm done. I just want to relax. Like, I don't want to be journaling late in the night all the time. And I'm just usually kind of done for the day. So it's just finding what feels good to you. And that's why I really am also offering personal self-love trainer as well, just so, sometimes we just need help getting clear on what we need and want, and a little helping hand in that direction.
Yeah, and the fact that you put it all together into one place, and it's all your movements and your affirmations, and it's a one-stop shop. Like you said, you don't have to go to different outlets to find all these things to then,
but be gentle on me, peoples, because like I don't have a video person. It's all me doing everything, all the edits, everything, all my heart and love goes into these things. And eventually, hopefully, I'll have somebody helping me actually with a really good video camera or something a little bit more. But right now it's like just me getting in front of the camera and sharing with you what needs to get done. And there's tapping. I've become certified. And I'm working on yoga as well, so I can implement that as well into the morning routine, morning roundups, or any roundups soon. Right now, we just do a little light stretching usually, but yeah, those things. So, and of course, there's always a meditation in there. So, unless that's not something you like to do, and that's cool too. But that's what I mean. Like I like to sit down because we are all unique, we are all different, we all have our own personal challenges going on. The one I made was more about motivational, starting your day, like, in a really good motivational, like, pump yourself up and get your day going.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so definitely be gentle though, because like I said, I am doing it all. It's my everything. I've put everything I've got and all my love into those things. So.
And they're wonderful. So
thanks. I only have one so far. I'm working on more.
Yes, actually,
that's not true. After this recording comes out, I'll probably have at least 2.
Excellent.
Maybe 3. Let's see.
And I'm glad she doesn't know this yet, but I'm gonna have her help me right now. I'm gonna have her help me create one for me.
Aw, thanks, Ben.
Because I definitely 2. I think actually I'm thinking that I would like to have one that's more of a motivational get up and get 'em tiger type thing in the morning, and then a much more relaxing, calming one in the evening, so that I can sort of shut it all off. Because when it comes to my work, it's sometimes, especially if the night didn't go well, it's hard to get started in the morning, and then at night you want to switch it all off and you can't.
Well, you sometimes even work late into the night too, so
hopefully
that way
changing it all around, maybe I won't have to do that as much. You know what I mean? So,
but it's just having that stop point.
More self-love. Now, right now, I do have a bit of a routine thanks to the kids, because I help get the kids. Like once we were out the door, it's sort of all me to get the kids to school.
Routine is great,
good, yeah.
but it's having that personal time in your routine.
And I take that time. I try to work that time into the time that I'm dropping off the kids. Like,
Okay.
you know, drop off Anastasia. If Jaden's not with me, then I'm outside with her, because you can't just leave a grade 1 kid at the school and just walk away. You kind of have to wait till they get inside.
I think
the school.
some have, but yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. But so I'm able to sort of center myself, and it's an outdoor space, so that's good. So I'll focus on something in nature there. That's nice. If I've got both kids, then it's a small walk to the school from where we park, and a small walk back, and it's slow because when kids have little feet and little strides, so I find that in that time I'm able to slow down, which is good as well. And then when both kids are at school, I do take some time just to be. I'm not looking at any devices. I'm not driving anywhere. I'm just sort of sitting.
Well,
and
it's
being.
usually because I'm like, please don't come home till a certain point, because I'm finishing up my morning roundup. I don't want my meditation
there's that,
to be.
But if you didn't if you didn't have that, I would still take this time, because it's just better off overall. It's too easy in this day and age and this level where you're always connected to just be like, okay, well, I have a free second, I'll look at my phone or I'll check my email or whatever. It's like, no, I don't do any of that until
yes, that was a big one.
And then I start my day.
That was a big one for me too. Is I at the beginning of starting, because everything's on my phone, so the big one for me was it's just habit. Out of habit, I'd hit like my icon for my emails or Facebook or any other social media, and I get lost there. I'm like, what did I just do with my half hour? I now wake up knowing exactly what I'm gonna do. And on that note, like, I'll be honest, I don't always do my morning roundup. I remember when the kids were home for 2 weeks over the holidays, Christmas break, and I didn't always do them. But then I was like, whew, I am feeling it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm just going to take 20 minutes to myself. And the days that I do my morning roundup are the days that I can tell, like, I feel a huge difference. I feel more grounded, and I just feel more centered, and I just more clarity about life and just more calm.
And the rest of us can feel that too. Like, that's important, right? Because you're now giving off a different energy than if you don't.
So there's times where I feel super tired and I don't do them then. I'm just like, I'm just going to sit on the couch for a little bit. And then that couch time sits for like a little bit more. And then I was like, okay, let's get up and work. And then I forget that morning roundup. Today I was tired and I did it anyways. I'm like, I want to be at a really good place for recording the podcast. And I'm just so grateful I did. So sometimes you might not feel like doing it, but knowing that you have this tool, this routine, this idea, like this thing just to go to in the morning, it really does help. I find it's almost like, I don't want to say training wheels, but it's that support that you have, that you know you're not going to fall. Like when you feel like you don't want to do anything, but when you take that first step, like, I'll get my yoga mat out. First step. Okay, I'll get my phone up, or sometimes I run it through the TV, and I'm like, okay, so next step, and then you just do it. There's a saying, and I might butcher this saying, but it's like yoga, part of it's just showing up. Like once you show up, like it's just about showing up. Everything else is gravy from there.
And then eventually you're building up momentum, and
it's just one thing in the morning roundup. And for me, like I said, I start mine with things like, how do I feel right now? Just tapping into how I'm feeling, where I am in that moment. And then I usually actually go right into tapping EFT, because that frees us up from, like, that holds a lot, our bodies hold a lot of energy. So I move right into there to kind of get that stuff out of the way so we can put all the other goodness in. So stretching and yoga and a meditation and affirmations or morning mantras. So, or both.
And now you've wrapped all of that into one package for yourself and others, which is amazing.
Yes, I'm definitely sharing with others.
And soon to be me.
Yes, I will. I look forward to working with you, and getting you two roundups as well.
Awesome.
But yeah, so there's a morning roundup that we'll share with this one, and then look at my YouTube channel, because I'll have probably at least 2 or 3 up at that point too.
Awesome. That's exciting. Very good. And all about strengthening your self-love practice.
Yes.
And this is a good way to do it.
So just remember when you are looking into, because there's a lot of things where people, I feel like, use self-care and self-love interchangeably. And for me, I think of like self-love as a practice. It's something you do every day. You just love a little bit more of yourself. Do things that really connect you with yourself. Self-care are activities, things you do for you that light you up. So yes, they kind of overlap a little bit, like meditation can be self-care, but the self-love practice is just putting things in place that you can every day show up and build a deeper loving relationship with yourself.
And by doing that, you shift towards, a better place overall, and that feeling emanates from you to others, and others can pick up on it, especially if your kids happen to be empaths.
But the other part of a self-love practice is knowing to listen from within and do what feels right to you. That is part of it as well. And just remember that it is a journey. It has to be perfect. When you do perfect, then you miss out on all the imperfections of life that are really amazing. Like weeds. I love weeds. They look pretty. Dandelions and stuff. So anyways, some call them imperfection. I love them. So anyways, just be gentle on yourself when you are growing and, just creating a deeper loving relationship with yourself. And it just takes one step in front of the other to get you to that place of wherever you're going.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for figuring out how to take all these different practices that like other people are doing. Like, so one person's doing yoga, one person's doing affirmations, one person's doing tapping, and you pulled it all in together for yourself. And I can't wait to hopefully our listeners will click the link and you'll continue to build up your repertoire of roundups, whether you're doing it in the morning or at night.
They're not even just going to be all in the morning. I have so many ideas for roundups because we could use them throughout the whole day. It can be like a lunchtime roundup.
Oh, that would work really well for me too, actually.
I'm going to be busy making you a whole pile of them. I'll share his with you, everybody too. We'll put them somewhere. But so it's not that I'm just taking from one person from the other or here and there. There are people that do meditation, tapping, and all that. They just don't share it all together in a video.
Okay.
So I'm not like going crazy and adding all these hats to myself. I just everything I love to do, I'm just and really start my day with are now going into one video, just because it's easier to combine. I find.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
And follow along with one video without having to stop and switch what you're watching or trying to follow along with. Yeah.
You take a lot of time looking for different videos. So I look forward to creating more. Especially yours.
Amazing. And great news.
We hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Bye for now.